Have you ever lost control of your emotions at the worst possible moment? Why do these well-meaning signals often turn into overwhelming inner chaos? And what if I told you that ancient Stoic philosophers discovered the secret to staying calm under pressure long before the word anxiety even existed? We've all been there. You're in the middle of something important, maybe a job interview or a first date, when suddenly your nerves take over. Sweaty palms, stammered words, and a racing heartbeat leave you feeling like a mere passenger inside your own body. But here's what's fascinating. The Stoics, thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, mastered the art of emotional regulation centuries ago. They didn't just endure emotional storms, they learned how to rise above them. In today's video, we're diving deep into their timeless wisdom. If you've ever felt hijacked by your emotions or puzzled by your own reactions, what we're about to uncover could shift the way you approach every emotional moment. Imagine your emotions as a well-intentioned friend who doesn't always know when to step back. They're not your enemy, they're signals. They alert you to danger, celebrate your wins, and deepen your relationships. But when unmanaged, those same emotions can override your reason. Our brains are still wired for ancient survival, even though modern life demands something different. When an emotion fires up, it's like a blaring alarm in your brain, loud, urgent, oblivious to your current priorities. So, are we just at the mercy of this ancient alarm system? Not at all. And that's where Stoicism steps in. Stoicism doesn't tell you to suppress your feelings. It teaches you that it's not the emotion itself that matters. It's your response to it. You may not control when an emotion strikes, but you can always choose how to act next. The key is to pause, reflect, and respond, rather than react. And how do we build this skill? It starts with recognition. The moment you notice your emotional patterns, you begin to understand yourself and take back control of your reactions. This isn't a quick fix. It takes daily practice, patience, and honesty. But once you master this, you'll live more peacefully, think more clearly, and lay the foundation for healthier choices and relationships. Coming up next, we'll explore one of the most powerful shifts in Stoic thinking. Emotions don't come from events, they come from your judgments about those events. In the previous part, we uncovered a powerful truth. Emotions don't arise from the events themselves, but from how we interpret them. Now let's go a step further into a central Stoic teaching, the power of choice. Stoicism doesn't tell you to choose what happens to you, because much of life is outside your control. But what it does teach is that you can always choose how you respond. And within that choice lies your true freedom and strength. The Stoics taught that between stimulus and response, there is always a space. And in that space, we hold the ability to choose our reaction. This idea is profoundly empowering. No matter what life throws at you, a rude remark, a financial hit, a painful loss, you have the final say in how you feel and respond. Picture life as a complex dance. Events come at you fast, and emotions leap up just as quickly. But like a seasoned dancer, you don't have to move reactively. You choose your steps. This isn't about ignoring your emotions, it's about acknowledging them and choosing actions that align with your values and long-term vision. To make this real, the Stoics practiced prosoch, mindful attention to the present. This means becoming aware of your emotional triggers, recognizing them in real time, and making conscious decisions instead of automatic reactions. Imagine being in a heated conversation. Instead of firing back instantly, you pause. That pause becomes a buffer, giving your rational mind a chance to engage. You ask, what am I feeling? Anger, frustration, fear? Just naming the emotion can weaken its grip. Another Stoic tool is reframing. If someone cuts you off in traffic, rather than assuming they're being rude, you might consider, maybe they're rushing to the hospital. By changing the story, you change your emotional response. One more powerful practice, values-based decision-making. Ask yourself, does this reaction align with who I want to be? Choosing based on your values, not fleeting feelings, helps you become the person you admire. Emotional acceptance matters too. Acceptance doesn't mean surrendering to pain. It means saying, I feel this, without judgment. Like watching clouds drift by. Notice them, but don't get swept away. Each of these tools isn't just for handling one situation. They're about building a life where you consistently respond with reason, not impulse. As you integrate these techniques, you'll find your emotions becoming more balanced. Your clarity improves, and most importantly, you start living more in tune with your Stoic values. In the next part, we'll explore more Stoic methods to help you stay grounded, even when life spins out of control. Previously, we explored how choosing our response, rather than reacting emotionally, can reshape how we live. Now let's look at how this Stoic discipline positively impacts our relationships, work, and mental well-being. Emotional stability makes you someone others can rely on during moments of stress. It deepens trust in relationships as loved ones begin to see you as a steady presence. Someone who doesn't add to the fire, but helps calm it. When tensions rise, you become the person who resolves, not escalates. In professional life, the ability to stay calm and composed under pressure is invaluable. Workplaces can be emotionally charged, deadlines, criticism, disagreement. But those who remain centered make more strategic, thoughtful decisions that earn respect and inspire others. This isn't about bottling emotions. It's about managing them in ways that serve a greater purpose. A calm presence is not passive, it's powerful. Choosing rational action over emotional impulse also builds resilience and inner strength. The Stoics believed our toughest trials are our greatest teachers. When we face them with composure, we're training our mind for bigger battles ahead. This mindset reduces anxiety, lowers stress, and improves overall life satisfaction. You're no longer at the mercy of life's chaos. You become the one who steadies the wheel. Another powerful benefit is the development of self-awareness and emotional regulation. When you understand your own emotional triggers, you can respond instead of react. This awareness extends outward, helping you connect with others more deeply, with empathy and wisdom. Choosing rational responses isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. Living by Stoic principles doesn't just carry you through life, it helps you grow through life. And your growth influences everyone around you, but let's be real, mastering your emotions is no easy task. It takes discipline, time, and practice. Emotions can crash like waves, fast, intense, and often unexpected. They stem from habits built over years. That's why Stoics don't teach suppression, they teach recognition. You face your emotion, name it, observe it, and then you choose not to be ruled by it. One of the biggest challenges is consistency. It's one thing to remain calm in theory. It's another when life blindsides you with real stress. In the next section, we'll explore ancient Stoic tools like premeditatio malorum to mentally prepare yourself for adversity before it arrives. In the last section, we discussed how Stoic principles can help us stay composed. Now let's bring that into real-world situations and see how this wisdom plays out in practice. Imagine you've poured your heart into a big project. During the presentation, a colleague suddenly interrupts with criticism that feels harsh and unfair. Your first instinct? probably to defend your work and maybe even snap back. But if you pause, notice the irritation rising and apply Stoic thinking, you choose not to act on that first impulse. Instead of reacting with anger, you respond with calm curiosity. Could you clarify what specifically didn't work for you? That simple shift protects the relationship and builds your reputation as someone who handles pressure with grace. Now, picture a personal setting, a disagreement with a loved one, a partner, sibling, or parent. These moments can escalate quickly, turning small issues into full-blown arguments. The Stoic path would be to notice your triggers, and instead of lashing out, you choose to listen, really listen, before responding. This kind of response doesn't weaken the relationship, it strengthens it. What about discipline? Say you're sticking to a fitness routine, then one day you're tired, tempted to skip the workout, or reach for unhealthy food. The Stoic mindset reminds you why you started. You reconnect with your values and long-term goals, and you choose growth over momentary comfort. Even in life's darkest seasons, loss, failure, or crisis, Stoicism becomes a compass. You don't deny pain, you feel it, but you don't let it own you. You accept the grief and then act based on values, not emotion. Stoicism isn't about emotionless living, it's about not letting emotion control your life. That difference creates a life filled with purpose, clarity, and quiet strength. Modern psychology backs this up. Emotional regulation, the core of Stoic practice, is linked to better mental health, reduced anxiety, and stronger relationships. Neuroscience agrees. When we train ourselves through mindfulness and reframing, we activate the brain's prefrontal cortex, allowing reason to lead when emotion flares. This isn't just mental, it's physical. The more you train your mind in Stoic techniques, the stronger those neural pathways become. Like building muscle, your brain develops a more stable response system. And behavior science adds one more piece: habits. Our lives are shaped by them. And Stoicism is, in essence, the art of practicing virtuous habits until wisdom and calm become your second nature. In the next section, we'll explore how to build these Stoic habits for the long term, even when life gets busy, uncertain, or emotionally overwhelming. Now that we've grounded ourselves in the Stoic foundation and the science that supports it, it's time to bring these ideas into our daily reality. Because Stoicism isn't just a philosophy to read, it's a practice to live, one mindful choice at a time. Stoicism is not just about enduring hardship, it's about thriving through it. And what's more remarkable is that modern science continues to affirm what the Stoics knew centuries ago. These ancient disciplines truly do cultivate resilience, happiness, and a deeper sense of meaning. One of the most impactful daily practices is mindfulness. This means deliberately bringing your attention to the present moment without judgment. You can start small, maybe 5 minutes each morning or evening, to sit in stillness, observing your thoughts. This simple practice creates mental space between stimulus and response, allowing you to act with clarity instead of reactivity. Mindfulness doesn't only live in meditation. You can practice it while eating, walking, or even in conversation, by simply being fully present and engaged. Another powerful tool in the Stoic arsenal is emotional journaling. At the end of each day, jot down the emotional highs and lows, what triggered them, and how you responded. Over time, this reflection reveals patterns, helping you anticipate and manage emotional reactions more wisely. Stoics also train resilience through voluntary discomfort. Taking cold showers, intermittent fasting, or intense physical training. These aren't acts of punishment, but of preparation. You learn that discomfort doesn't control you. You do. Then there's visualization. Each morning, mentally rehearse. how you'll meet the day's challenges with courage, calm, and integrity. When those moments arrive, you'll be mentally prepared, because your mind has already walked that path. Setting a daily intention is another key habit. Choose a value, patience, courage, discipline, and carry it with you like a compass throughout your day. This intentionality aligns your micro-decisions, from your food choices to how you reply to an email, with the person you aspire to be. Don't underestimate the power of micro-decisions. The small, often unconscious choices we make throughout the day shape who we are becoming. Stoicism helps you bring consciousness to those moments. And finally, practice gratitude. Each evening, reflect on 3 things you're thankful for. It could be a warm meal, a friend's smile, or simply finishing a task you were dreading. This practice shifts your lens from lack to abundance, from anxiety to appreciation. These aren't random tips, they're a system of training, a spiritual workout for the soul. And the more you practice, the more naturally wisdom and resilience will become your way of being, especially when life gets hard. In the next part, we'll explore how Stoics face fear. Not by denying it, but by walking into it with clarity, purpose, and radical presence. After a full day of practicing Stoic habits like mindfulness, journaling, visualization, and setting clear intentions, each of your seemingly small actions, how you react, speak, or decide, begins to shape who you become. These micro-choices, though subtle, have power. When made deliberately and with purpose, they strengthen your decision-making muscle, ensuring your actions consistently reflect your values and long-term goals. You stop living reactively and start living with direction. End your day with what we call a gratitude slam, a powerful mental shift that redirects your focus from what went wrong to what went right. Forcefully articulate 3 things you're genuinely grateful for, out loud if possible. This isn't just about feeling good. It's about rewiring your brain to spot the positive, creating a mindset rooted in appreciation and emotional resilience. Another valuable habit is creating a weekly feedback loop with a trusted friend or mentor. Talk openly about your behavior, emotional responses, and key moments from the week. This practice requires humility and vulnerability, but it's incredibly insightful. Others can often see the blind spots you miss and help you grow. Then comes the emotion-action split. Whenever you feel a strong emotion rise, pause. Name the emotion: frustration, sadness, fear, and then choose a conscious response. This moment of separation breaks the automatic chain between feeling and reaction, giving you space to respond wisely, not impulsively, and never underestimate the power of daily philosophical reading, even just 1 page. Dive into the writings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, or Seneca. These brief passages offer mental nourishment, reminders of the kind of person you want to be and the values you want to live by. These 10 practices are not just tasks to check off. They are gateways to transformation. As you integrate them into your routine, you'll notice not only improved resilience and clarity, but a life infused with deeper peace, meaning, and purpose. Every day is a fresh invitation, and each practice is a small but powerful step toward mastering the art of living well. Thank you for spending time with us at Stoicism Philosophy Daily. Remember, every sunrise is a chance to build mental strength, to live with clarity, courage, and inner freedom. Be sure to check out one of our recommended videos to continue your Stoic journey and deepen your connection with this timeless wisdom.